Well, hello there. I wanted to take a quick moment of your time and give you a virtual tour because if you're like me, as a mom, I'm always looking for like the next thing that I think will really benefit my child's life. And there are a lot of programs and opportunities available. So I always like to know, like, give me the nitty gritty, like, tell me really what this is about so I can make an informed decision as to whether or not this is something that we would want to invest in for the betterment of our children. So totally get it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Now, aren't you glad it's summer? I can't help it. I will tell you, it's just one of the things I do when I work with kids. I kind of turn into a kid myself, keep things light and silly. I tell ridiculous jokes, but for whatever reason, they keep asking for more. Hey, so there's two things that I'm going to do in this quick virtual tour. I want to share some fun ways and ideas that you can use whether you purchase this program or not. I just want to give you some cool ideas. And then at the end, I will invite you. If you are like, wait, I really want you to do this for me. You seem like you have all the creative ideas. That's not my wheelhouse. Then this is the program for you. Or you may be like, oh my gosh, my child would love this. It sounds like something that would be really fun. Okay, so all year long, I teach writing courses online to literally hundreds of students, and parents are always giving me great questions that stir up my mind with new ideas for new programs. And these were some of the questions that I heard over this last school year that I was like, yes, I know I can come up with something for you. So if you're like, that would have been me, that would have been the question I'd have been asking, then this is perfect for you. If we haven't met, my name is Melissa Webb. Most importantly, I've got kids of my own. Now, my baby is going to be 18 in September. Hard to believe. And our oldest is already married off. So now I spend my time still using my credential as a teacher to create beautiful, wonderful, simplistic, successful writing programs for homeschooling families like you. Now, again, a lot of people are like, well, we don't really homeschool. Hey, if during the summer you are trying to keep your child engaged at home, I dare say you are. I'm going to be your cheering squad. I'm going to give you lots of enthusiasm and creative ideas at the same time. I created an online platform called Write on Web. A few years ago, I stepped away from the classroom, and now I just teach my passion, which is writing. So you can find me there as well. I am a published children's book author, and I co-host a podcast. Enough about me. Back to the great questions you ask. So if any of these questions are things that you're like, yeah, that's kind of something we were thinking about, then I want to introduce the 2021 Summer Reading and Writing Club. It's not school. It's not a class with deadlines and due dates. No, this is actually meant to be fun. It's a clubhouse. It's a time for us to enjoy summer together while doing some really fun things. Now, once you join the clubhouse, everything is inside and digital for your ease of use. There are 4 writing courses. There's this Master Blaster Writing Challenge where I have instructional videos that go over the 3 core standard writing styles that our children should have mastered between 3rd and 8th grade before they move on to high school, college, and beyond. I have a simplistic way that I like to teach it. And when your child can do all 3, you can sleep well at night knowing my child knows the basics. So important. Now, I present it as a 3-week challenge, but here's the thing. It's your schedule. You don't have to do it in 3 weeks. You could do it in 3 months if you want. Everything's in there that you need. The thing about doing it right here, right now in the summer of 2021 is that for all of June and all of July, I'm live with the kids every week in Clubhouse meetings. That means your child can ask questions. That means your child can share his essay that he's working on, or her summer journal that she just created a cool page for, or his journalism project that he's working on. You can share every week. That's part of the live portion that makes it really fun. The other writing courses that are in there besides the Master Blaster Writing Challenge, there's a really cool technology-based digital journalism course. Families love this course, so I included it. It's a fun one. You learn all about the basics of journalism. What are the 8 newsworthy values that journalists are taught when they go to school, and how to depict what makes a good feature story and what other things go in a digital newspaper. Kids can be so creative. There's so many times during the school year that families just have to do this assignment or that assignment. Summertime is the time to be as creative as you can. The digital journalism course offers exactly that, as does the Story-Worthy Summer Journal course. This is a really fun course, whether your child wants to create a tangible hands-on journal or a digital journal in Canva. I show them how. And again, every week they can take us to their links. They can take pictures of what they've been working on. They can share it with the group. Super fun. Finally, and I'm kind of in my own way over here, there's a poetry lesson on ekphrastic poetry, one of my most favorite forms of poetry. It's art meets poetry. It's a really, really cool course. It's as simple, you can learn it in a week or two. And what I'm going to be doing at the end of the summer, when we wrap up at the end of July, we're going to have a contest. So yes, there will be prizes. On top of that, every week I surprise the kids, and I don't tell them when or what. But what I do is I jump in and say, hey, I'm going to pick somebody in today's class and give you a goodie. We already did the first week, and Valerie got an e-card to Dunkin' Donuts because it's her favorite place to get ice cream. Now, the layout, when you go into the digital course, as soon as you purchase it, you have access to everything. You get all of it. The book clubs, too. Did I even mention the book clubs? I don't think I mentioned the book clubs. There are 2 book clubs. We're doing in June Maxie's Secrets, such a good book if you love dogs, and The Goldfish Boy in July. Again, book discussions are amazing opportunities to really bring out why books are so valuable. So when you purchase this, you get access to everything right off the bat. And this is what the layout looks at. So in this particular one, this is the Story-Worthy Summer Journal course. I open it up. I can see there are 3 lessons here. Boom, boom, boom. You click through them. The layout is beautiful. It's a new course layout, and I love it. But you'll see I wrote here, sort of. It's a bit of a learning curve, and everybody that's in so far has been amazing at helping me make it better. Every single time they find a little thing, they're like, could you add? And I'm on it. You bet I can. So it's kind of fun to work together in a new project. So again, these are the different things that you have. There's the Master Blaster, where we work on persuasive, expository, and narrative. I give you everything you need, by the way. Articles to read and research, note-taking forms, directions on how to write an introductory paragraph, a body paragraph, and a conclusion. There's the Journalism 101 class. This is where your child gets to be student on special assignment. There is the Story-Worthy Summer Journal, as I just mentioned, and the 2 book clubs. There's the extra bonus, this poem contest. This will be the second contest. As a matter of fact, we actually opened this whole summer club with 35 students who did my very first poetry contest, which was right at the end of May, beginning of June. But I am doing another one, and I do give away Amazon gift cards to the first, second, and third place winners. So definitely something you want to check out. As I was saying, the Master Blaster Writing Challenge goes over the 3 main standards of writing. I give kids a calendar, but I want to remind you, I suggest, like, can we do it in 3 weeks? It's a great way. If you don't feel like writing was really strong for you last year, perfect time to catch up. If you've got an 8th grader that you want to make sure that he or she is prepped for high school, great program. Now, do you have to do it in 3 weeks? No, you could take 2 weeks with each of these. It's all in there. You can create the schedule you want. This is just the one that I offer if it works for you. Same thing with the journalism. I think I laid it out as like a 4-week course. Some kids did it in a week. Some kids took all summer to do it. Some kids will still be working on it even after the summer ends. That's what's wonderful about this, is that you get access not just for the summer, you get access until next summer. All of this stuff is yours. If you're like, this feels like too much to do in 8 weeks, you have way longer to get it done. The difference is it's just for the 8 weeks that I will be live and able to answer questions all summer when I'm less busy. But that doesn't mean that you can't email me questions anytime during the year. Okay. Like I said, the story worthy summer, you can either do a tangible or I will teach students how to use Canva, their free access to create a digital one. And every week I share a page from my digital journal that I'm doing on Canva. So the kids are loving it. In our first week, we talked about the different ice creams that are out there because I did a post on a delicious new ice cream that I just tried. We are also doing the book clubs. Now, you can pause this and go over all the shared reading benefits, but I'm not going to sit here and read them to you. You know what they are, I think, already. And if you're wondering or curious at all, go ahead, pause this. It's a nice thing about a video. But what you're going to see is that there are a lot of good reasons to do shared reading. But one of my favorites is because I teach reading all year long, I like for students in a book club to investigate somebody else's writing. So we take a closer look. We look at some of the things that the author intentionally did, and we discuss, was this effective? Is this something you could use the next time you're writing a narrative? It's a really phenomenal experience, and we do 2 books. In June, we're doing Maxie's Secret, and in July, we'll do The Goldfish Boy. Now, keep in mind, I record each time we go live. And so that then gets embedded into the course. So let's say it's July 7th today, and you're watching this, and you're like, we've missed it, or we're going on vacation next week. This isn't going to work, but I really wish we could have done the book clubs. You get access to everything, my friend. You'll just watch the recording, so you won't be able to ask any live questions, but you'll hear the discussions. You'll hear what other kids ask, how other kids answer, what things we discovered. And it's a great way to do a novel unit if you're not sure how to do a novel unit. You may not use this until September, October. It's still absolutely fantastic curriculum for you to add into any school year. Super awesome, right? So that's everything. Now, I will tell you, one of the hardest things to do was determine when can we all meet up, right? Everybody's summer schedules are so busy. So I originally had it scheduled that we were going to do Wednesday, talk about writing from 2 to 3 p.m. This is Pacific Standard Time. I'm in Southern California. And then we would do Thursday book discussions from 10 to 11. But guess what? Families were like, that's a problem because we're only available in the morning or we're only available in the afternoon. So I added each time to both days. What I mean is now Wednesday writing, we meet at 10 or at 2. Thursday book discussions happen at 10 or at 2. So you have more days from which you can choose. And if there's a week you can't make it because some families can't, then it's recorded. So you could just watch the recording for that week. Just not a problem, okay? So remember, you get access to everything. You can pick and choose. Do some now, do all of it now. Do some later, do all of it later. That is totally up to you. And this is really important. I decided that the price is per family. So you could have a 3rd grader, a 5th grader, and a 7th grader. It's still one price. All of your kids can use it. I just feel like families that have multiples, because we did, it was nice to get a break sometimes. So you could have your 3rd grader who's just interested in the Maxi Secret Book Club. And then you could have a 5th grader who's all about wanting to create a really cool summer journal. And you could have a 7th grader who you know needs a little more essay practice, do the Master Blaster. That's the beauty. You do not pay per student. You pay one price per family. Let's talk about price. It's always hard to determine the right price. I sell a lot of writing courses. So at first I started with, okay, I sell courses for $89 a course. There's 6 courses, easy, $534. I mean, they get it for a whole year. And then I was like, sounds too high. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. It's summertime. We want to be doing fun things. We don't want to be making big investments. It just sounded too high. And then I remembered, well, I've got my other course, my Wow Writers Workshop. That's a 3-course bundle. That's $237. And I'm giving them like 2 of those, 6. So I could double that, 475. I was like, well, that seems fair. I mean, 6 courses, it's a lot of stuff, giveaways, all the things you need. And then I thought, or I do have my Wow Writers Live courses, since there is the live component. And during the live component, your child can share his or her work and get feedback on, hey, what a strong thesis, or hey, that's not a very strong thesis. So then I was like, ooh, but then I thought, but it's not always going to be live. So I didn't like that price. So I just went with what I charge for a bundle. It just feels good. It feels right. I know it's a great deal. I totally get it's a great deal. Hey, from one mom to another mom, I like to give you a great deal, okay? So it's $237, as if you're just getting the 3, but you're getting double that. So you do get the 8 weeks of live, all of June, all of July. There are the 2 weekly Clubhouse meetings. You can come at 10 or 2 for writing on Wednesdays, 10 or 2 on Thursdays for book club. There are weekly giveaways. There is a chance to win the poetry contest at the end. There will be 6 winners that week. You get 12 months of access. Until I fix this up for next summer, keep using it. I'm not going to go in and change anything or mess with it. It's yours. Keep it. You keep it for the whole summer. Next summer, I'll be changing it up and fixing things up. But until then, it's yours. 4 writing courses. You could do one now, one in the fall, one over the winter, one in the summer or spring, and save the last one at the beginning of next summer. I don't know. You decide. It's totally up to you. The 2 book clubs come with it. There's calendars I have and handouts and videos. It's just all goodness. It's really all goodness. Now, if you're like me, I start to do the math. All right. So that's 8 weeks live. There's that many classes. Here, I did the math for you. It works out $4 a day. You can't go buy your kids as ice cream or frozen yogurt for $4, for the whole family. Remember, this is a whole family purchase. This isn't like $4 per child like you'd have to pay if you went and got ice cream later tonight. No, this is $4 for the family per day. If all you did was use it in the summer, it's a good deal. If you use it for the whole year, oh my goodness, it's like less than $1 a day because it's $20 a month. Again, not for per child, for your entire family to use for an entire year. I feel really good about this. I know this is a great price. I know you're getting great stuff. You're getting the 4 classes. You're getting the 2 book clubs. And the sooner you start, the better. Can I say that? We're already into our June reading. So this is, for example, the calendar that I gave for the reading schedule. Do kids have to follow it this way? No. But a lot of times families are like, I want to make sure my child doesn't get behind on the reading. So I take the time to create calendars like this to make your life a little easier. So this just shows, hey, 15 pages a day, you got this. 5 days a week, you got this. And then we have our book discussions. All right. Like I said, there will be a poetry contest winner. In fact, there'll be 3 from elementary school levels, 3rd, 4th, or 5th graders, and there'll be 3 more winners that are at the middle school level. When we started this back at the end of May, beginning of June, Isaac won our first place for middle school, which was actually pretty appropriate because if you take a moment to read his Clara Hugh poem, this was a different style that I had taught. Ekphrastic is coming up. That's totally different. But he won. And he won an Amazon gift card, which is funny because he wrote his poem about Jeff Bezos, who is the Amazon founder and CEO. So again, pause if you want to read it. It's pretty witty. I love it. Turned out great. So again, there'll be winners as well. There's going to be so much encouragement. All of the 35 kiddos that did participate in my May and early June poetry contest all received a certificate of recognition. I think it's great when kids put themselves out there, create something that's never been created before. They deserve some encouragement to keep going. That's the part of being a winner, is to just know what I did was of value. So I'm really big on making sure kids feel valued. All right, that's it. That's what I've got for you. So $237 per family. The sooner you sign up, the better, because you're going to get more of this live component. I'll send you this link. Let me click over there just so you can see what it looks like. I'll send you this link right here. It'll take you to this page. You'll put your email address here. You'll put your name here, and then you'll click submit. When you click submit, if you haven't already purchased, it'll ask for your credit card. Once you have, you'll be able to simply log in. You'll get sent an email that has your password, your username, and then boom, there you go. You have access to everything. Pretty fantastic, yeah? I hope you don't wait a minute longer. Let's get you in the club. Right on.